So in year 2025, I think I've done the hardest challenge in my life. With a physical challenge, of course. I have managed to run 100 kilometers in every month of 2025. So from January to December. And as I said, this was the toughest challenge that I faced up to this point. And I just forgot to make a video about it. I wanted to make a video, summarizing it and talking about things that I managed to learn. So this is the video. Sorry that you had to wait for so long. But if you want to see how my journey from January to December last year went with running 100 kilometers in every month, you can see my Instagram is in the description. You can see the progress that I managed to make and how many kilometers I managed to run. So just want to talk about things that I have learned throughout that challenge, and hopefully motivate you to also challenge yourself. Maybe not, maybe physically, maybe mentally, or whatever aspect of life you want to be challenged. So without further ado, let's just go to the video right now. So the first thing that I have learned is like this ratio, maybe not ratio, but the correlation between motivation and discipline. Is I was very motivated to do this challenge for most of the year, I would say, because my routine, because I wasn't going to university up to this point, and I wasn't working a job, so I just basically, after I ended high school, I had all of the year 2025 to just basically grind on my YouTube channel and my body, right? So for most of the time, I would say since the beginning, from January 2025 to, like, I would say October 2025, I was very motivated to do this challenge, right? And before I started this challenge, I knew that in October I would go to university, and the last 3 months, October, November, December would be the toughest months for me, because from January to September, I was just basically, waking up 5 a.m., going to gym 6:30, coming back like 9 p.m. or something like that, for 9 a.m. Then eating, then at 12 a.m. I would run. So I had basically the all day to focus on my channel, focus on my physical activity, and just improving my life in general. But when it came to university, and I was basically half a day in the town that I study, and had to, like, 1 hour 20 drive from my university on the bus, and I had to wait this 1 hour 20 hour bus ride to come back to my home and just eat and go run. So those 3 months, as I said, were the toughest for me, and this is where the truly discipline came in, because, as I said, I was really motivated to do this challenge from January to October, but those last 2 months, November and December, was really getting cold. It was really getting cold, right? And oh my goodness, bro, that was the toughest 2 months for me, because I was just relying on pure discipline. That was just a pure discipline, no motivation, just put my headphones, run 10K and come back. And I've got to also say that I was kind of stupid for this, my mistake. I didn't have the running shoes, so I didn't injure myself, but I've had problems with my ankle and with my big toe on my right feet. So I basically, after I end this challenge, I had problems with that. But when I stopped running, it's all sorted out. But yeah, you probably know this. Like, motivation is just like seasons. It comes and goes. It comes and goes. I was very motivated to do this challenge, but when the obstacles came, I could have said that, I suspend the challenge to another year, because this, and that. I could have made excuses, but I didn't want to, because I'm a type of guy. When I say something to myself, I don't stop mid projects or just mid challenges. This is not something that I do, and this is not something that you shouldn't do. If you promise to yourself that you are going to do something, bet your ass you should do it. Fucking hell, I will sit in your fucking room all day and wait for you to do this. Really. If you said to yourself that you are going to do something, I expect you to do it. If you break promise to yourself, you're going to also break promises to other people. And others, they're not going to respect you. Now, they might say when you are going to make an excuse, oh, it's okay, whatever, but they're going to lose slight respect for you. If I would say on the Instagram, if I would say to like my guys from uni that, oh, okay, I suspended my challenge because I don't know this and that. Yeah, there will be excuses, but they would probably say, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. But do you think they would respect me? Do you honestly think that they would respect me? Motivation and discipline is like motivation is just like seasons and comes and goes. It comes and goes. And when the things are going to get tough, this is where your true personality comes in. This is where your mental toughness will show. It will show you if you're a pussy or if it will show if you're a pussy or a coward. Simple as that. I don't want you to fucking chicken out of the challenge of a project because you made some dumbass excuses. Yeah, you can make some excuses. Yeah, like you might say, oh, I cannot do this because this and that, bro, brother. Excuses are not that fucking. They're stupid. Stupid. There's nothing. If something serious happens, like really, really serious, yeah, okay. But if you get injured, if I would get injured in that challenge, like really badly, I would do something from my knee or my ankle. Yeah, sure. But I didn't injure myself. My brain just want to make excuses because it would be easier. And oh, you're going to uni now. You really don't have time to do this challenge. Everyone has 24 hours in a day, and how you spend it, how you're going to spend it is completely up to you. It's completely up to you. So I managed to learn about motivation and discipline. That motivation is going to, motivation is good. For most of the challenge, I was motivated. I was really excited. I couldn't wait to run, especially in at 12 a.m., especially at 12 a.m. and noon, right? When, sun, in summer, especially when, it was up, sun was just high in the sky. I could run without a shirt on. I could just, get myself tanned. And that was great. And I've used this opportunity. And I was just waiting for the next day to run. But motivation, but this discipline, oh my fucking hell, when I'm going to come back, and I was like for November and December, oh my goodness, I have to fucking run after I came back. After I came back, say okay, fuck it, whatever, yeah, just get my shoes, get my headphones, get my clothes, and just go run 10K from November to December. That was just relying on pure discipline. Motivation is motivation is great, but it's not going to last. So yeah, I've learned about motivation and discipline. So let's go to the second point. So the second thing I've learned is the amount of potential that is in myself, but the amount of potential that I have. With this challenge, like 100 kilometers, I wouldn't really think that. I gave myself this challenge because I believe every guy should challenge himself in like every month. 12. Have like 12 months and like one challenge throughout the year, or maybe like one challenge, maybe like 12 challenges every 1 month, right? So I decided to challenge myself, and I wouldn't really think that I would be able to complete this. And I also managed to run half a marathon in this challenge, right? And as I finished this half a marathon, I was just like, I wouldn't really think Like my younger self, if I would tell to my younger self that I managed to run a marathon, I don't think he would believe me. And I didn't believe like that I would finish like run a half a marathon. I was just sitting there like, bro, like if I would tell to my younger self that I finished half a marathon, I think he wouldn't believe me, right? Because a couple of years ago, I was skinny fat, addicted to pornography, addicted to video games, just bad eating habits, not exercising at all, shit mental health, bullied, right? And that, if I would tell this version of Christian that I managed to run half a marathon, he wouldn't believe me. And what I want to say to you is, you don't know what you are capable of doing. You are capable of many great things in every aspect of your life. But the hard part is you have to start. You don't know. You don't know until you start. You don't know until you do this. You may tell to yourself that that I'm not going to achieve my dream physique, that I'm not going to date, really great girl. You can believe that I cannot run a half a marathon. But did you actually try? Did you actually try? And did you actually start to improve? You are capable of greatness, my brother. You are capable of so much more. You don't know until you start. I've said in one of my videos, the hardest decision is to start. Because you are comfortable where you are right now. And why would you leave your comfort zone? The hardest decision to improve is to decide to improve, to start. The progress, this middle that you're going to make. The progress you're going to make, this in the middle. Like, you have 100%, right? 70% of 70%, I would say, is like the start. For example, let's say with gym, right? So with 100, you have 70% is like, this is the hardest decision to start, because you are overthinking about it. What people are going to think about you. Are they going to support you? Whatever. Are people from a class are going to laugh at you or whatever? But once you get through this 70%, the 20% is the progress. So lifting, eating right, sleeping right, and take creatine supplements, whatever, right? But the 10% is the results that you got. 70%, as I say, is the hardest, because you are fighting with your thought, because you are fighting with your thoughts. That's what was in my example. I actually didn't believe that I can do things that I've done in this challenge, that I could run like 10 kilometers every once in a while, like that I could run 30 kilometers in a week, 10 times 3, right? Or that I could run a half a marathon in this challenge, or that I could beat my records. This is about self-motivation. You need to fucking believe in yourself. I know that sounds cliche, believe in yourself, but motherfucker, if you're not going to believe in yourself, nobody else will. You only have yourself. You only have yourself. You are alone with your thoughts. If your brain is saying to you that, oh, I can't do this because I can't achieve my dream physique because I don't know, I'm short, I don't know, I'm fat, whatever. If you have those limiting self-beliefs, prove yourself fucking wrong. Prove your brain that you can actually do something. Yes, it's going to take time. Building a physique is going to take time. Building your cardio is going to take time. Improving your eating habits is going to take a while. You will fail, but you shouldn't. But failures shouldn't fucking tell you that, oh, I'm a failure. They shouldn't. You shouldn't identify yourself as a fucking failure because I don't know, I relapsed on no fat, or I had a cheat meal or whatever. Those things are going to happen, but you need to fucking learn from those mistakes. I believe that school destroyed the perception of failing, because school expects us to to be perfect in literally every subject. They expect you to be perfect at math. They expect you to be perfect at English. They expect you to be perfect at history. But humankind, you don't work like that. You may be better at math, for example, but you don't fucking care about the history. And on the other hand, there could be a guy who likes history, but he doesn't really give a shit about math. He knows the basics. He can fucking count. He doesn't need a calculator for a simple um, um, for single equations, right? But as I said, school just destroyed the perception of failing. School just destroyed the perception of it. You need to fail a bunch of times and get used to failure and get used to it. Because if you don't get used to it, how are you going to survive in this world, honestly? So yeah, mental toughness. It made me also like. We're going to talk about mental toughness, but the second point, again, as I said, you honestly don't know what you're capable of. You can do so many great things. Like your body is capable of fucking everything. You have this gift in your body, and you nourish it like shit. You don't exercise. You don't risk. If you're not going to risk, somebody else will. Simple as that. So let's go to the third point. So as I already said about mental toughness, it really like I would count this to a like first point about discipline, but I'm going to say no, I'm going to separate this discipline, motivation, and this mental toughness. It made me fucking mentally tough because there's not there weather is it comes and goes, right? It can be sunny one day and the second day is going to be raining, and another month is going to be fucking snow is going to be hard as fuck, and I had to adapt, adaptability and mental toughness, because if you are only going to win when things are great, how are you going to win if the things aren't great? You have to be you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. It's quite weird, but let me repeat this. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Right now it's quite cold. It's like 8 degrees, right? It's sunny, but there are going to be days when it's fucking super hot outside, or there's going to be rain, or there's snow is going to fall. And I didn't fucking care if it was heavy snow, or it was like heavy, like some wind. It was heavy wind, or it was heavy snow. It was raining outside, or it was doesn't fucking matter about the things that you don't have control over. You have to build this mental toughness, and you have to build it through just by facing it, just by facing this. And for the context of this challenge, 100 kilometers in 2025, every month, I remember there was a fucking heavy snow, wind, rain, hot outside, and I didn't fucking care about it. My mom told me like, don't run today because it's snow or whatever. And do you think that I care? If I would listen to my mom about it, I wouldn't be able to complete this challenge. If I would listen to people like my mom or my grandma or whatever, the people that would maybe not demotivate me, but would tell me subconsciously that be comfortable today or whatever, I wouldn't be able to achieve this. You have to listen to yourself. I know it's harsh, not listening to your family, but you know what's best for you, and your family, they think what is best for you. You know what is best for you. They only think what's best for you. They think that not running in rain is best for you. But if you want progress, you know that running in the rain, it makes you better, because it creates this mental toughness. You are saying to your brain, it doesn't fucking matter what the weather is. But bear in mind, really like fucking extreme conditions like hurricanes or tornadoes, whatever. We don't have them in Poland, but we don't count that. No, counting about the weather, snow, rain, wind, whatever, or maybe it's dark. You're building your mental toughness. You're building your mental toughness. You're building your brain, and you're telling to your brain that I don't fucking care what weather is it. I don't fucking care how many degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius there are. I'm going to fucking run. I said to myself that I'm going to run. So bet your ass I'm going to run. You're telling to your brain that you are comfortable being uncomfortable. Everyone's going to run when there's sun, duh. But not everyone is going to run when there's fucking snow, when there's rain, when there's stupid amounts of wind. But I did. I reprogrammed my brain to be comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. Do you think that running in snow was great? That this fucking amount of that when I was running in the snow, my whole fucking ankles were basically covered in snow up to my ankles because it just this snow just fell, right. It's like heavy snow, like heavy snow, just heavy snow, right. Have to build this mental fucking toughness in yourself. You don't fucking care about external situations. You don't fucking care about the weather. You don't fucking care about your family. You just go and do it. You're a fucking man. Your family thinks what is best for you. They think that staying at home when there is rain, when there's snow, is good for you. They think that it's good for you. But you actually know that uh, being comfortable, being comfortable, being uncomfortable. I think I said it right. You know what I mean, right? That you know that being that you are comfortable being uncomfortable. You know that it's going to build your mental toughness. That you don't fucking care about external situations. That's what this challenge uh, taught me. That you shouldn't fucking care about external situations. You shouldn't fucking care about it. So yeah, let's go to number 4, I think. So the fourth thing that I have learned throughout that challenge is no adaptability, as I said. Um, no matter like about the obstacles, because obstacles came in my way, right? We can say that that obstacle was university at kind of weird point, but there were many obstacles that I couldn't run at like on 12 a.m. right? So I even done many runs at afternoon or maybe in the mornings or in the nights, because the night, not in the night, but in the evenings, right? Because something happened. But I taught myself not to make excuses. No, for me the best runs I've had was like in the mornings or in the afternoons. Not afternoons, but in 12 a.m. right? But sometimes I couldn't. For most of the time I run at 12 a.m. because in the mornings I had weightlifting training. I had the gym, and as I said, there were many times that I couldn't run at 12 a.m. so I had to run in the evenings or in the afternoons. And I was really complaining about that because, oh my fucking hell, I so don't want to do it. But I said to myself, okay, fuck it, let's go. I'm just at least going to do it. Yeah, sometimes happened that I didn't run that day when I couldn't run at 12 a.m. So I just made an excuse. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I made some excuses to not run that day. But I adapted myself, said to my mind, okay, yeah, whatever, you didn't run at 12 a.m. because something happened, you couldn't. Yeah, you're just going to run later today, and you should do it. And I bet your ass I'm going to see you with those fucking running shoes and with your clothes, right? That's what my brain was saying to me. And yeah, adaptability, and yeah, I would say adaptability was the manage to run, because yeah, some things are going to happen. You're not always going to run at your perfect schedule. Nothing is perfect in this world. So you have to adapt and don't complain about it, and just do the things that you've promised yourself that you're going to do. So yeah, there are probably many things that I didn't mention here. Maybe I could add respect of other people, but I personally didn't um, felt it. Right, I've said to people that I finished half a marathon or that I completed this challenge. But I wouldn't really say that they respected me after that. Maybe they did, but they just didn't tell me that. Because I'm not the person to just brag about it all the time. When I finished the challenge, I just said that I finished the challenge, or about my half a marathon. I've said that I finished it, and I didn't really brag about it. Sometimes I say it, but in the terms of yeah, I've just done it. Yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm not the type of person to brag about my achievements. I didn't achieve enough to even brag about it. But yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Um, my Instagram's in the description. Whatever. I also help people to to get in shape, to improve their lives in general for self improvement. That was me, Christian. Stay hard, because nobody will save you. The only person who can save you is the person I'm pointing right now. Peace out.